Angry guy here, and half all U.S. women will be single in 7 years. Guys, half of all U.S. women will be single in 7 years. This is absolutely insane, but it's not a big surprise when you consider just how miserable and mean these women have become in America. Let's check out this article from Medium. I know Medium is kind of a shit platform, but what the hell? Study predicts 45% of women will be single by 2030. Single men are lonely, but single women are empowered. Yeah, I mean, there you go, sweetie. That's how they put it. Being a single lady, ho, ho, ho. By that time, Beyonce's kids will be pretty damn grown, and Jay-Z will probably, have cheated on her at that point, maybe around for the 100th time. But no, that doesn't matter because, all these single ladies, they're going to be chilling. They're going to be living their lives, man. Living their lives, their best lives at pushing 50. It's estimated that 45% of women ages 25 through 44 will be single by 2030, according to a study by Morgan Stanley. Guys, keep in mind, I'm one of the older millennials. 2030, I'll be 47 years old, and there's going to be a lot of women my age around in 2030. The oldest millennials will be 49. Okay, the oldest millennials will be 49, and the youngest millennials will be 34. So yeah, we're getting up there, bro. We're getting up there. And it's just intriguing because, a lot of these women, a lot of the millennial women, they're going to not have any babies. They're not going to be married. They won't have babies. They're going to be absolutely miserable. They're going to be shrieking and hollering. And I'm going to be watching and enjoying this. With the modern dating market, nearly half of women in their childbearing years will be without a male counterpart. There are a few reasons for this prediction. One, women aren't getting married young anymore. We have so many other options for what to do with our lives that getting married is no longer the default option. We're focusing on our careers, going to grad school, traveling, our friends, and extended social circles, and taking our time to find the right guy. Two, we aren't having babies like we used to, with more options for birth control than ever before and somewhat reliable treatments for infertility. The pressure to have kids within a certain time frame just isn't there anymore. And with the pressure gone, so is the urgency to get married for the sake of starting a family. So many women are single. This is unmarried and will remain this way for the foreseeable future. We are told that to be a single woman is to be empowered. If I have a penny for every time I've heard she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, she can take care of everything herself. She makes her own money, drives her own car, pays her own rent. That's a song right there. Basic, basic things that any functioning adult should be able to do. But I digress. Guys, there was a video I was watching recently. Oh my gosh, I wish I could find it for you guys. I wish I could find it. There was this girl on YouTube, this black chick on YouTube. She's really pretty, and she was going through some stuff. She's one of the larger YouTubers, and I swear, she said, "I am not a strong black independent woman." She literally said that. She said, "I am not a strong black woman. I am not a strong." Wow. I was like, what? What? She said, "I am not a strong black woman. I will call the police. I am not a strong." I was like, whoa. And there were women commending her in the comments. There were some women clapping for yes. Listen, I'm telling y'all, that whole strong independent woman thing, they keep up this persona until they need help, right? Until they need help, and they need a man with this toxic masculinity to come and rescue them. So I'll give her credit for that. She said, I am not a strong black woman. Tell y'all. Because a lot of women come with this bullshit until they need a man to come and rescue them. All right, let's continue with this this article. Okay, she can do it all in her own little world of man-free bliss. And without a man, she doesn't have to deal with his implicit misogyny. She doesn't have to cook, clean, or care for an overgrown man-child. She doesn't have to compromise or have anyone complain about what she wears or the pictures she posts online. She can have as many girl trips and hot girl summers as her heart desires. Ah, the blissfulness of single life. Hot girl summers. That's until everything starts to sag, right? You're not a girl anymore. I'm still a girl on the inside, yeah, but your boobs are sagging. Your boobs are sagging and you're starting to wrinkle, sweetie. But if a man is single, he's lonely because, he's clearly miserable and sexless, not by choice. There's even a Reddit term for it. Incel, a man who is involuntary celibate. The idea here is that all men would want a girlfriend or at least a female partner if they could have one. Guys, I love you see this is the craziest thing. The society believes that that men that are not with a woman are not with a woman because they can't have a woman. Because every man desires a woman, while not every woman desires a man. This is amazing, isn't it? Every man desires a woman, but not every woman desires a man. So if a man is alone, he's lonely. If a woman is alone, she's empowered. It's amazing. It's amazing. The idea here is that all men would want a girlfriend or at least a female partner if they could have one. The never ending rhetoric is that married men are happier, live longer, and benefit tremendously from having a live in maid, or I mean wife. Uh huh. Young people are socially conditioned to believe that single men are one of two things: super attractive top 20 percenters who don't need to settle down with one woman to have plentiful sex, attention, and admiration from women or everyone else, average to unimpressive men who don't know how to talk to women and couldn't get a date even if they tried. Are those really the only two options? Double standards, double standards. This is nothing new. There are probably some women and men who fall into these categories, but it's ridiculous to pretend that this is everyone. That's what society says. That's what the media says. Most of the single women I know don't feel particularly empowered in their singleness. In fact, most of them are actively dating and looking for Mr. Right. Most single men I know aren't lonely or wondering when a woman will finally look their way. They're just going about their lives, working, going to school, traveling, participating in their hobbies, and trying to build the life they want. Hmm. Guy or girl, the healthiest attitude is somewhere in the middle. I'm single and empowered and don't need anyone, especially not a cis white man, does not reflect most women. I'm single and lonely, and I just wish that any woman would look my way so I can finally get laid, does not reflect most men. To lump all men and women into these categories is unfair and perpetuates a stereotype that just isn't true for most people. And neither of these attitudes is healthy nor aspirational. Is there a problem with 45% of women being single? On an individual level, no, but on a social level, perhaps. Trends like these are symptoms of a bigger issue. Our social fabric is falling apart. Where the nuclear family used to make up the fabric of society, the separation of sex from commitment and babies has led to a sentiment of selfishness. Our individual happiness has become the most important thing in each of our lives. To hell with having kids, a husband, or wife. They're only good if they make us happy and fulfilled. And if not, well, you're better off without them. This is the way we feel about our interpersonal relationships. If it doesn't make me happy, then I don't want it. With this attitude, no wonder the divorce rate is so high. No wonder people don't want to get married and have children anymore. We don't want to make sacrifices or endure unpleasant times for the sake of something greater. This isn't only about women choosing to be single. It's also about men choosing to abandon their children. It's also about men choosing to abandon their children. What the hell? It's about children refusing to care for aging parents. It's about parents neglecting their children. It's about all of us operating under a mindset where my happiness is the most important thing in my life at all times. I wonder how many people would live that would I wonder how many people who live by that philosophy truly leave this world in peace. She'd probably be surprised. There's a lot of selfish people in this world. Final thoughts. Modern society has driven us further away from the values and structures that truly bring fulfillment in life. Interpersonal relationships are some of the few experiences in life that are truly meaningful to the human heart. While not everyone is necessarily called a romantic partnership, while not everyone is necessarily called to a romantic partnership or marriage, we should not pretend that the lack of a relationship is empowering. Nor should we pretend that having a relationship is our ultimate purpose in life, and without it, we are only half a person. So, will 45% of women really be single in 2030? I don't know. But if that is the case, it will be a symptom of the many challenges with modern dating, not something to celebrate. And this actually has 1.4 thousand class 49 comments on it, and it's a good article overall. I think, I do think it's a pretty decent article overall, and it literally just reflects the fact that so many women is so many women getting out, like literally dropping out, not marrying, for example. That's going to be serious. It's going to be so serious. And guys, what I want you to know is that they're celebrating this. There's a variety of companies that are literally going celebrating the fact that so many women are going to be single because they're calling it the she economy for retailers. They're like, oh my gosh, all these women are going to be single. They're going to have all this disposable income. Guys, a lot of these women are going to be living in poverty. A lot of these women are going to be living in absolute states of poverty. Rise of the she economy is good news for these retailers, studies suggest. And I'm looking at another article, and let me see if I can another my pronunciation. I know, guys, my pronunciation isn't the greatest. Like I'm just not feeling so great. Um, Let me see if I can. I'm gonna put this. See if I can get this other article on the screen for you guys. This video is like 12 minutes long already. Like super nasally. Okay, with the U.S. population of prime working age single. This is from 2019. It's in 4 years, guys. With the U.S. population of prime working age single women growing, a study finds retailers from Nike and Lululemon to TJ Maxx and Sephora are poised to be among the biggest beneficiaries of this group's appetite for spending. Go away, ad. Go away. By 2030, 45% of prime working age women between 25 and 44 in the US will be single. This is from 2019, guys. So they've been predicting this for 4 years now. The largest share in history, up from 41% in 2018, according to a 35-page single title, Rise of the She Economy, by investment bank Morgan Stanley. So the banks are making predictions that all these women are going to be single. In total, the women population will grow by an average annual rate of 1.2% through 2030 to 77.5 million, compared with a 0.8% growth rate for the overall U.S. population. So this is massive. This is massive. Among the total female population over the age of 15, the percentage of single women by 2030 will outpace that of married women and rise to 52% from last year, from 49% last year, according to the study, which was based on Census Bureau data and released Thursday. So, there will be more women who are single than married come 2030. 45%, that's almost half that's almost half. So there will be more women, guys, in 2030. There will be more women that are single than married. Let me read this again. Did I get this correct? Among the total female population over the age of 15, the percentage of single women by 2030 will outpace that of married women and rise to 52% from 49% last year. So there will be more single women than married women in 2030. I don't know how the hell that works, but that just tells you it's going to be crazy. What's behind the growth? It's not just women. It's not just that women are getting married later, or that the divorce rate among these women, among those over 55, is increasing. Never mind, women actually present represent the fastest growing segment of of the female population. The study finds the report shows single women outspend the average household on a person on a person on a person adjusted basis in categories including fashion, restaurants, and personal care products, putting retailers with a hold on this demographic potentially in the sweet spot. Annual expenditures driven by single women should grow disproportionately to other spending cohorts, the study says. The rise in labor force participation and closing wage gaps should further influence the divergence. Athletic names like Nike with an increased pitch to women, Lululemon, oh gosh, which already counts on women for 70% of its sales, are poised to benefit from this trend because both single men and women tend to spend more time exercising than their married counterparts, increasing the need for workout gear, according to the study. Guys, they think that, it's funny. This was back in 2019. And this prediction was in 2019. It's likely higher now after the pandemic, after everything that's happened. It's likely higher now. It is likely higher. It's because I'm telling you, we're inching closer. It's already close to half. So I mean, guys, it's going to be absolutely insane seeing this, and it's going to have a drastic effect on society. Women really don't know what they're headed for when there's going to be a lot of extreme poverty, there's going to be homelessness among women. There's going to be so much, but they're basically having a good time right now. But okay, have fun, ladies, have fun. Half of all U.S. women will be single in 7 years. Does that shock you guys? That's shocking. It's technically 45%, but that's roughly half. Because it doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me one bit. Don't you think about half of all U.S. women being single in 7 years? We'll talk about it in the comments. Guys, turn on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.